Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Eka Puspito Rini. I am a master student in mathematics education in Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. In this video, I am going to present about my article. The title is Mathematics Teacher Perception of Learning Models Associated with High School Student Critical Thinking Skill. Indonesia is one of the countries which currently develop all sectors to keep abreast of 21st century era. Education is one of the sectors that need to be improved. Thus, the government made an innovation in learning which was actually a plan to realize a betterment in learning process. Moreover, the 21st century learning skill consists of critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. Critical thinking is an essential ability for students, which has to be one of the main learning activities in every subject. The attempt to develop critical thinking skill in mathematics have taken a major part of mathematics education curriculum all over the world. The current teaching and learning process mostly occurred in schools were lecturing, which was based on memorizing facts that made students think less critically. There are many innovative learning models that can be applied to improve student critical thinking skill. There are a lot of studies in developing critical thinking skill throughout classroom learning, such as inquiry learning, problem-based learning, project-based learning, and discovery learning. There were limited studies on perception and teachers' attitude regarding critical thinking in explicit learning. Investigating teachers' perception of learning models that foster student critical thinking is important to understand how teachers carry out the lesson of the classroom. So, the aim of the study was to investigate high school mathematics teachers' perception of learning models that support student critical thinking. Survey method with questionnaires as the research instrument. A total of 44 high school mathematics teachers from 37 schools in different cities in Indonesia were used as the participants in this study. The questionnaire data were collected through Google Forms and then analyzed quantitatively and qualitatively. The quantitative data were presented in the form of the teacher's identity and knowledge about the learning models. The qualitative data were elaborated in the result of analysis of the teacher perception about critical thinking. The results indicated that teachers knew various types of learning models. Some of respondents mentioned several learning models other than those presented in the questionnaire, namely the SSCS model, reciprocal teaching, and conventional learning. The teacher's knowledge of learning models varies according to their educational background and teaching place. Teachers who had taken professional teacher education and who have completed master's degrees had better knowledge on learning models. Teachers who teach in public and private schools had likely similar understanding on learning models. This table shows the teacher perception of the definition of critical thinking and the reason why critical thinking is important to students. All the teachers perceived that critical thinking skills were important to be taught in high school level, especially in mathematics. Teachers who teach at junior high school or Islamic junior high school observed that critical thinking skills were essential to be developed since mathematics learning required a problem-solving process to help students think in higher level. Nevertheless, teachers teaching in senior high school or Islamic senior high school conceived that critical thinking was important to be developed to make students not only gain information, but also be more critical to examine the source of information obtained by proceeding in with scientific reason. Furthermore, the teacher who teach at vocational high school believed that critical thinking was critical to be improved. A student with critical thinking skill will understand a problem in detail. Based on the table, this indicated teacher readiness to develop critical thinking skill in learning mathematics for high school students. Most teachers selected and implemented problem-based learning models to develop student critical thinking skill. They argued that the learning models required students to expand their mind in drawing conclusions throughout discovery process and problems. Finally, I would like to explain about conclusion. Teachers' perception of the learning models could predict the possible teaching practice conducted by teachers in the classroom. Based on the analysis of 44 high school teachers, the teachers' various perception and knowledge were influenced by their educational background and experience in teaching. According to the teacher, student critical thinking skill could be implemented with various learning models such as discovery learning, cooperative learning, contextual learning, problem-based learning, project-based learning, open-ended learning, and RMA. The study was expected to give contribution to high school teachers' perception of learning models that support the development of critical thinking skill in high school level. Okay, I think that's all, and thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.